Can I accurately build a 54-year-old RC trainer aircraft, then, using a training course that's just as old, learn how to fly it? Follow along with me and we'll find out together. Welcome to Just Wood and Glue. My name is Paul. Guys, if you're new to the RC aviation hobby or joining us from the amazing world of out-of-the-box, ready-to-fly foam and pre-manufactured ARFs, welcome. This may be a big adjustment for you. You're not just assembling parts, you're creating a flying structure. But with teaching you time-tested techniques that I'm preserving from the golden age of vintage RC aviation, you will be building your own RC aircraft in no time. Conceptualized almost 60 years ago, the RCM Basic Trainer by Dick Tishner was chosen by RC Modelers magazine to be the featured build in their 1972 publication of the flight training course. It was called the best first plane for new RC pilots for its building simplicity and ease of which to learn how to fly with. Today, I begin my build series of this amazing aircraft. At this point, we have our plans printed and ready to build. And if you haven't seen my tutorial video on how to do that, go take a look at it now. You'll notice when you go to outerzone.com that there are two versions of the building plans for the RCM Basic Trainer to choose from. One is the original design by Tishner, the one that I have laid out here, and that's the very plan that's followed in the flight training course. The other is a mildly redesigned plan by Joe Britty that went with the short kit he offered to help get new builders started. I've purchased a modern version of this short kit from the awesome guys at Balsa Workbench, and you can find the link to their site in the description below. Go check them out. So the plan that I will be using to build my aircraft with will be the one from Joe Britty. However, I will be referencing the Tishner version of the plans because it seems to have a lot more detail and a lot more information throughout the plan that I can get to help me build my aircraft better. Now guys, this is a short kit. That means you're not getting a complete airplane to build inside the box you receive. But fear not, I'm going to walk you through right now what is included and what will need to be purchased or made to complete this beautiful aircraft. The short kit will come with just the basic parts, like the laser cut balsa fuselage sides, all the light ply formers, the empennage components, and the wing ribs with the wing spar notches already cut out. To complete the list of balsa wood, you will need to purchase balsa sheets for the fuselage skins, wing sheeting, and some different size sticks for balsa for the fuselage bracing, leading and trailing wing edges, and the aforementioned wing spars. Some type of hardwood will need to be sourced to create parts for the landing gear support, the wing and elevator trailing edges, and the tail wheel connection for the rudder. I chose solid maple for my build. Additional accessories that you will need are a glow fuel engine, and I chose a Fox 19, a glow compatible fuel tank, servos to control the aircraft in the air. You will need control horns and hinges for your control surfaces, wheels and landing gear, and the covering of your choice, and I elected to use Doculam for my aircraft. Now I have included a complete cut list and all accessories needed located in the description below the video. These are the essential tools that you will need to build any Balsa RC airplane with. You're going to need a flat work surface. You're going to want a cutting mat to go on top of that flat work surface so that you're not gouging into it with your knives or your blades. You're going to want a building surface. You can use a ceiling tile. If you're using that ceiling tile, you're going to want T-pins and hat pins so that you can hold down the balsa. Or you can make a fuselage or a wing jig to build those components with. Wax paper or saran wrap to cover over top of your plans when you lay the plans out, so when you glue, you're not sticking your balsa wood to your plans. Cheap paintbrushes so that you can apply the glue and you're not just glazing it on there, you're actually going to get it into all the little surfaces. A sharp hobby knife. And I use number 11 X-Acto blades. Make sure you have plenty of those because they will dull very quickly. Get a razor saw so that you can cut those hardwoods, a metal ruler, and a metal cutting edge so that you can get good straight cuts with your X-Acto blade. You'll also need a small drafting triangle so that you can square up your ribs and square everything up, make sure that everything's straightened out. Different kinds of clamps, and you can actually go to just rubber bands and popsicle sticks if you're just getting started in the hobby and you don't have all these extra tools. You'll need different types of sandpaper and also sanding blocks, and you can make sanding blocks out of pretty well any kind of wood that you would like. I'm going to use these paint sticks. You want different courses of sandpaper. You want 80 grit, 150 grit, 220 grit, and 500 grit. And that's going to give you the capability of sanding from coarse all the way down to fine to keep your wing and your fuselage ready for covering. You also want to pick up one of these little micro planes. That'll help to shave off a lot of wood prior to sanding. You'll want an electric drill so that you can drill holes for attachment of the wings to the fuselage. A good set of drill bits all the way from 1/16 to 1/4. You'll also need Allen keys, standard and metric sizes. You'll need a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver and jeweler sizes screwdrivers. Now I went and bought this kit at the big box store, and it has everything in it. It's all the bits, even socket bits if I ever were to need those. For adhesives, you'll want to use Type Bond 3. It's wood glue. They claim it's waterproof. That's a great thing to have. Thin and maybe a medium CA. That's for the quick tacking. That way you can get these put together. I would not put my airplanes together just using CA because it can get brittle over time, whereas Type Bond actually soaks into the wood and gives you a tighter bond, longer lasting. That's what I'm going to be building my airplanes out of completely, but I'll use the CA for quick tacking. Now for high stress areas, you'll also want a 2-part hobby grade 30-minute epoxy. Do not just go to the store and buy the cheap stuff off of the shelf. It is not designed for crafts and hobbies. You'll want to get something designed for RC modeling, and I use the Bob Smith Industries version of that. Now that we have the plans, the kit, and all the essential tools, we're ready to begin. We're building this one step at a time so you can build right along with me. Join me in the next video where we start putting glue onto wood as we dive into building the first sub-assemblies of the fuselage. Please leave a comment below, like and share this video with others, and subscribe to my channel where preserving the golden age of balsa aviation is done through building, flying, and teaching time-tested techniques. Press that notification bell so you get all my latest videos first. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next installment. Happy building!